Christy is searching for her teacher, Eddie, who has disappeared once again. Lei Oolong is also searching for Eddie as part of his own investigation. Their only lead is a man matching Eddie's description, spotted among Shadaloo and Mishima Zaibatsu forces that are searching for Pandora in the Antarctic.
I don't know whether the rumors are true or not, but it's not like we're going to find any more information here. I'd really appreciate it if you'd tag along on this one.
There's so much I need to tell Eddie. If there's even the slightest chance that I'll find him there, of course I'm willing to go.
Christy agrees to work with Lei to find Eddie in the Antarctic and stop Pandora from falling into the wrong hands.
Ready to get a move on, Christy?
Anytime you like. Okay, up next is the South Pole.
Yep. But unfortunately, it looks like there are other fighters after the Pandora as well. There's a Brit and a Kenyan? That's an odd combination. Hey, what's wrong, Christy?
Think I found your odd couple.
Konnichiwa! 待ってたわ。いい戦いにしましょう。
What's this about?
How on earth would I know?
Why not? It looks like fun.
Yes, that's right so far. Both my partner and I were exposed to the light, but so far there's been no change. All levels are still reading as normal.
Retrieval of the Pandora has been cancelled. We'll start to withdraw in 12 minutes.
That girl there? She literally came to the ends of the earth for you.
Just tell her to forget me.
I'm sorry. I did try to stop him.
It's fine. After all, it's just a matter of time.
The final opponent Lei faced off against proved to be formidable, but he ultimately prevailed and obtained Pandora. Sadly though, just a few days in his possession, Pandora self-destructed. After thinking about all the hard work that went into getting the box, it just made Lei even more tired. But with a new crime incident happening in Hong Kong, and a request from an old friend on the police force to take the case, Lei has no time to rest as he's back on the job. For super policeman Lei Oolong, rest will have to wait for another day. As the former charismatic leader of the Tekken Force, Lars staged an uprising from within the Mishima Zaibatsu. Now, he is determined to destroy Pandora to prevent an imminent war between the Mishima Zaibatsu and Shadaloo.
どの勢力にも箱は渡さない。たとえ箱自体を破壊することになっても。
お供します。
In order to prevent both organizations from obtaining Pandora's box, Lars calls upon Alisa Boskanovich to aid him in his mission.
気をつけろよ、アリサ。敵はあらゆる場所にいる。
了解です。
どうした？
内蔵バッテリーの残量があとわずかのようです。
バッテリーだって。
どこかで強力な電気に触れることができれば良いのですが。
どうだ、ザクラ。
ジミーさん、す
すまん。ちょっと来てくれないか。実は俺の友人が知らないやつについてちゃいけないってバーマー言ってた。お前悪いやつ。 すまないアリサ。
問題ありません。戦闘終了後にいただけば良いだけのことですから。
くそ、ダメか。
私やってみます。
任務完了。
After intense fighting against many fierce opponents, Lars was finally able to oversee the destruction of Pandora. This marked the successful completion of his mission. However, the mission taught him that he was still lacking in power. After a talk with Togo, one of his fellow soldiers, Lars was reminded that there are still many enemies out there who have yet to be defeated. While he had claimed a victory in this battle, the war had only just begun. Brian has plotted to steal the overwhelming power of Pandora for himself after arriving at the South Pole. But he breaks into the G Corporation's laboratory and finds a new line of Jack series robots. This new line is dubbed Jack Cross, which was to serve as a backup to the Jack 6 series.
What the hell is this?
Startup complete. Voice print authentication complete. Awaiting instructions.
With Brian now having total and absolute control of the weapon known as Jack Cross, he continues with his plan. Together, they head straight for the South Pole to obtain Pandora.
This is going to be so much fun. Hey, Tin Man. Not tough for these guys.
Calculating the power levels of both fighters. Calculations complete. Starting analysis. Analysis complete. Both fighters have been positively identified. Both fighters' battle power levels are over 9,000. Both fighters are ranked as level 3A. Retrieving biographical data.
Cancel data. Hey! Prepare yourself for a fight. 悪いが先を急ぐ。面白そうじゃねえか。Now, let us have a fight to the death.
Now engaging battle mode.
Well now, how should I put this beautiful thing to use?
Initiating emergency restart. Reboot. Restoring all systems.
What was that?
Online. System restored. Now scanning for targets. Level A target identified. Starting extermination mode.
After battling the strongest warriors in the world, Brian was able to satisfy his destructive desires. But after reaching Pandora at the South Pole, his final opponent would be the battle robot Jack Cross. They fought fiercely for days, with Brian eventually claiming victory over Jack Cross and sole possession of the box. Using Pandora's power, Brian eliminated everyone else in the Antarctic. Possessing an entire continent to himself, Brian planned to use it as a base of operations as he continued his march of destruction. As Shadaloo and the Mishima Zaibatsu began their battle for the fallen meteorite in the Antarctic, there was only one man who sensed the danger that threatened this world. That man was Dan Hibiki. He told his friends Sakura and Blanca that the Psycheo arts are going to save the world, and then left on his journey.
Dan, どこ行った?
Several months have passed since Dan left, and Blanca, worried about his friend, decides to travel to the Antarctic to investigate. Sakura, interested in what secrets the box contains, joins him.
とりあえず南極に行ってみるしかないよね。うわー、初めてだからなんかワクワクしちゃうな。
俺寒いのあんまり好きじゃない。
すいません、そこの人たち待って。
なんだ？
その髪型って格闘戦士ボコリマンの方ですよね。
本当があんなに強いのか。
格闘戦士ボコリマン。
格闘戦士ボコリマンとは現在放映されている特撮テレビ番組およびその中に出てくる主人公の名称です。こちらの方たちはあなたをそれと勘違いされているようです。出会った記念に手合わせしてください。なんかもうほんとすごい人たちと戦えたよね。楽しかったな。私たちきっと前よりも強くなれたよね。ね、ジミーさん。
そうだね、さくら。ところでダンはどうした？
あ、忘れてた。でもここに来るまでどこにもいなかったよね。もうどこ行っちゃったんだろう。響さん、出てきてくださいよ。
It's cold.
嘘みたい。響さん。
逃げて。
Huh? What's going on? Oh, hi guys. Why are you here?
Thanks to her journey and her efforts, Sakura was able to be reunited with Dan at the South Pole. Not long after, Dan regained consciousness and Pandora quietly disappeared. Sakura and Blanca wondered if the true power of Pandora was to grant the wishes of those who found it. As the box vanished after finding Dan, apparently only one wish could be granted. While Sakura was thankful to have Dan back, she couldn't help but wonder if the one wish had been wasted. The Bushinryu clan's Grand Master, Guy, is tasked with protecting the world from danger. He learns about the discovery of Pandora in the Antarctic and the numerous factions and fighters that seek to possess it. Fearing the worst, he travels to the Antarctic in order to rid the world of the box and bring peace back to the people. However, while in Metro City, he unexpectedly runs into his former friend, Cody.
Cody, こたびの件、協力してもらえないだろうか。しつっけえな。
退屈させたら承知しねえぞ。
After what seems to be a decade of neglect, Guy and Cody have once again reunited. For the first time in years, the two are once again a team.
道中無用な争いは厳禁でござる。人の世を乱さぬため規律正しくルールには従うのが大切でござる。
喧嘩売ってんだ。 なんだ、俺に喧嘩売ってんのか？
そうだな。
We're gonna destroy these punks.
Understood. Engaging extermination mode.
面白くなってきたじゃん。俺は不可抗力ってやつだろ。
このような無用の戦い、本意ではないが仕方あるまい。
そう来なきゃな。
これは
なんだ、消えちまったぜ。いいのか？
構わぬ。拙者はもともと箱を滅ぼすつもりであった。我らが箱を手に入れ、その箱が自ら消えたということは、そもそもあれは今の世にあってはならぬものであったのだろう。
なんだかわかんねえが、お前がいいんならいいさ。さっさと戻ろうぜ。
時にコーディ殿、今回の旅はなかなかスリッリングでござったな。
ま、退屈はしなかったな。
それは頂上。
After observing the destruction of Pandora, Guy left the Antarctic. The mysterious box that had once charmed those who sought strength and power by marking them with a strange pattern across their skin had simply vanished completely without a trace. By morning, everyone had returned to normal, and it was as if nothing had ever happened at all. Guy knew that this piece would be fleeting at best, for one day, something else would rise up and try and plunge the world into chaos. And when that time comes, Bushinryu would stand up to it. But for now, Guy takes a small break for recuperation and meditation. Dudley, England's boxing champion, had no interest in the news surrounding the discovery of Pandora. But the arrival of a certain young woman would change things.
失礼お嬢さん。何かご用か。
はじめまして。私はエレナ。あなたの日に呼ばれてきたのよ。
Dudley's interest in Elena's words was piqued as he realized what tree she was referring to. For in his entire garden, this tree was the only one transplanted from Africa.
この木はあなたと一緒に南極へ行けって言ってるわ。
Dudley agrees to go only if he is able to return in time for his next title match. With that, the two set off on their journey.
Mr. Gotch, 旅行の準備をしてくれた。どうかしたか？
こんにちは。
Well, hello. Can we help you?
あなたからは素敵なリズムを感じるわ。私と戦ってくれる？
お嬢さん。
エレナよ。
Looks like fun. Maybe just this one time.
Hey, Christy, hold up.
その箱は何が出てくるかまだわからん。不用意に近寄るのは感心しないな。
大丈夫よ。悪い感じはしないから。でも今まで聞いたことのないようなリズムなの。波に似てるけどそれより大きくて、ちょっとあの木の言葉
確かに美しい。これはまだ見ぬ友人から我々に贈られた花束なのかもしれんな、エレナ。
そうね。
Returning from the Antarctic, Elena quickly returned to Dudley's rose garden to tell the tree that guided her there all about her adventures. Using various hand gestures and imitations, she excitedly told the tree all about the strong opponents she faced, the life rhythm she'd never heard before, and the brilliant shower of light upon opening Pandora. It seemed as if there would be no end to Elena's travelogue. The branches of the tree swayed gently, as if hanging onto Elena's every word. While the entire planet became enthralled with the mysterious box known as Pandora, in a small corner of the world, something began to stir. Well, if one were to look closer, it would be like more than one thing was stirring. No one knows where they came from or how they came into being. Yet one thing was certain. They were headed for the box. The enlarged Pac-Man traveled down the winding streets of the city, gobbling up everything that stood in his way with an all-consuming hunger. Once there was nothing left to eat in the city, Pac-Man just disappeared, as if he was never there. The people who had been watching the pandemonium on live TV were relieved to see that he was gone. But their relief would only be temporary at best, for Pac-Man soon appeared in another city. One day, Mega Man learned about the meteorite that landed in the Antarctic from his good friend and companion, Roll. Roll guesses that the box that was contained inside the meteorite could be from an ancient civilization.
Be serious, Roll! That thing came from outer space! There's no way it could be!
Some sort of an ancient man-made satellite!
Not wanting to debate, Mega Man travels to the South Pole in search of the satellite.
Even if it's empty, the box itself could be useful. Good luck, Mega Man!
All right. Right. Just a little further. Who's there? Ah! Hello there, friend. Can I help you? The lid.
Has the Pandora already opened? Oh no! Hurry up and take its power!
Roll. I'm not really sure, but there's nothing but a light coming from inside. I mean, there's nothing else in here.
I bet that means that the light is the source of its power. Maybe it's some kind of alien deflection light beam emitter. Mega Man, you have to absorb the power of that light. I'm sure it's going to make an amazing weapon.
The light? I don't understand!
Mega Man tried to assimilate the light coming from Pandora, but despite his best efforts, he ended up going home empty-handed. On the way home, Mega Man became worried about letting his friend Roll down. But upon returning, he found that Roll had already found a new potential weapon. With no time to take a breather, Mega Man is sent off once again to try and get a powerful new weapon.